Hi, everyone. I'm Sheryl Sandberg, Facebook COO, and it is an honor to address this distinguished group at APEC 2020. When I last spoke in 2017, it was in very different times. This event comes at the end of a year that none of us anticipated. Coronavirus remains a global health and economic crisis that has had and continues to have a very profound impact on the way we live our lives. And while we have learned a lot from each other and from our own experiences, no one knows for sure what will happen in the months ahead. As a technology company that connects billions of people across the world, Facebook is experiencing the first global pandemic of the digital age from a really unique vantage point. We've seen firsthand how it has accelerated a global trend that has been underway for years. People are spending more of their time online, connecting with each other, working, shopping, gaming, and more. And increasingly, businesses are moving online to reach people. This digital transformation plays out on our services every single day. Billions of people use Facebook and Instagram to stay connected when they have to be physically apart. When we can't be together in person, we can still see each other's faces. We can smile together, we can laugh together, we can cry together. As the pandemic spreads, thousands of Facebook groups have formed to help the most vulnerable people in our communities, bringing millions of people together. Others formed to celebrate and support healthcare workers, to sew face masks or put together care packages. For many businesses forced to close their doors during lockdowns or operate under restrictions, Facebook and Instagram have been their lifeline. From restaurants taking online orders, gyms doing virtual workouts, performers putting on live streamed shows. Small and medium-sized businesses are the heartbeat of APEC economies, accounting for 40 to 60% of GDP. And they're Facebook's heartbeat too. We now have more than 200 million businesses using our free tools every month to create virtual storefronts and communicate with customers, and more than 10 million advertisers, the vast majority of which are small and medium-sized businesses. Their stories show just how important e-commerce, powered by data-driven tools, is to recovery efforts in the region and beyond. Take, for example, Bloom This, a Malaysian online florist started by Penny Chu and Gideon Lim, who helped out in his mother's flower shop when he was growing up. They grew their business by doing same-day flower deliveries. Then the pandemic hit and restrictions were imposed. They couldn't import flowers and demand shrank dramatically. Weddings, other events were canceled, and their revenue dropped by 90%. But in time, they recovered. They launched new products and promoted them for personalized ad campaigns. Now, their sales are higher than they were a year ago, and the future is bright again. For many businesses like Bloom This, personalized advertising, which uses data safely and in a privacy-protected way, is the secret ingredient that makes success possible. As the digital transformation continues, these businesses can be the driving force of the economic recovery in the months and years ahead. But for that to happen, they need to be able to continue to rely on data-driven tools and continue to connect to customers and markets beyond their own borders. During the pandemic, we have also seen firsthand the importance of international cooperation. We have worked closely with governments, global institutions, nonprofits, and others in our industry and beyond. People needed accurate and up-to-date information, so we worked with governments and public health authorities to make sure they got it. For example, through our Coronavirus Information Center and pop-ups on Facebook and Instagram, more than 2 billion people have been connected to resources from health authorities. Ministers from APEC economies have talked about the importance of digitalization in building the resilience of small businesses, cooperating to ensure the flow of data, and of strengthening consumer trust in digital transactions. They're right. The pandemic has proved the value of connection, cooperation across borders, and the economic opportunity created by an open, accessible internet. But we cannot take these things for granted. The future of the open internet is far from assured. A number of countries have begun to exert so-called data sovereignty and build digital walls around their citizens, or to seriously consider moves in this direction. This shift toward digital protectionism is self-defeating. It risks fragmenting the global internet into national and regional silos and harming businesses and economic recovery across the Asia-Pacific region. Cross-border connectivity is the foundation of a strong digital economy. It should be protected and enhanced, not restricted by new digital borders. Decisions made in the years ahead will shape the rules of the internet for a generation. As we move into 2021 and beyond, we should work together to preserve what is best about the open internet while protecting people's privacy and preventing harm. And we should give everyone the opportunity to be part of the digital future. Inclusive economic empowerment means investing in digital programs, developing online education, and improving connectivity for people in remote communities. And it means empowering women. Huge gender gaps have existed for as long as anyone can remember, but women have also been disproportionately impacted by the global pandemic. They're more likely to have more responsibilities of caring for others, more likely to lose their jobs or have their pay cut, and more likely to feel overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious. It is so important that APEC has put women at the heart of its agenda to advance economic empowerment. By protecting and enhancing the open internet and creating the conditions for a strong and inclusive recovery, I am confident that we can build a thriving digital economy that will power Asia Pacific for years to come. Thank you.